Thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
Yeah.
Recorded live from western northeast South Dakota. This is episode 295 of the lifting podcast about nothing, the Massenomics podcast. My name is Tanner.
And my name is Tommy.
Boy, we got a lot of good stuff today. Actually, what we got today is a Q&A. We haven't done a good Q&A episode for a while. Mm-hmm. So we have a whole bunch of Q's to A.
And you're not lying, Tanner. You swiped through and that thing went and went and went. So like, there's no way we're gonna get to all.
I don't know. Are we gonna? Do you think from what you saw, is it possible that we'll get through them all? Almost impossible.
There's definitely going to be a lot in there that aren't questions, so that's gonna weed out a bunch. And then there's going to be a lot that are really dumb ones.
Yeah,
there's going to be a fair amount.
Repeats.
There's going to be a fair amount that are repeats too. So the list is going to be much smaller than what it actually is. But
otherwise, in today's episode, we're going to talk about. This is coming out on Cyber Monday, this episode. Mm-hmm. So our new release that launched on Black Friday.
Yep.
So all the new items in there. Is it officially our biggest drop that we've ever had, do you think? Is that... it's got to be up there.
It's very close if it's not.
Yeah. It's got to be up there.
It is for sure in the top 3 of all time.
I would say it's one of the top 3 drops to come out of western northeast South Dakota.
And... that's kind of the goal, isn't it? To always be in the top 3 of Western Northeast South Dakota.
That's the gold standard, so to speak.
It is. The other gold standard would be to read an ad right now. Not let people get too far into this.
Glad you reminded me. Today's show is brought to you by Texas Power Bars. Buddy Caps first started lifting weights in the late 60s and began powerlifting in the mid 70s. At that time, he was working for Image Barbell building gym equipment. Around 1976, a local machine shop started making Olympic bars for them, calling it the Image Bar. In 1977, Image Barbell became Champion Barbell. It was then that Buddy started looking at the bars with an intent of changing them for the better. In 1979, Buddy bought his first lathe to begin addressing the known issues. He slapped his lathe and said, you can address so many damn issues with this thing. In 1980, his passion, drive, and purpose now had a greater mission. Buddy set out on his own to make what he believed was the greatest bar he'd never seen and trained with, and the Texas Power Bar was born. It was strong as a house, with the best knurling, and it was maintenance-free. Hundreds of state, national, international, and world powerlifting records have been and continue to be set and broken on the Texas Power Bar. They've got some Black Friday deals going on. They did anyways. They send out an early email if you're on their email list, but I think they're advertised on their Instagram page or website. Go check out their Black Friday deals. Black Friday / Cyber Monday. It's really like a 5-day long thing. So
kind of like a month-long celebration.
Yeah, so even if you're hearing this a little after Black Friday, obviously they still have deals going on. I think
it's all to get people prepared for like Happy Honda Days and Toyota-thon
and Nachos Navidad.
Nachos Navidad. It's kind of like, the consumer's perfect time of the year.
Yes, it is. Do you want to just bust out a few questions or should we talk about the new gear first?
Should we talk about the new gear first?
Maybe we should talk about the new gear.
Save
because
the suspense.
we're gonna
we'll get sidetracked. Like that tends to happen easy. So
right.
Okay.
So we launched it. If you're listening if you're not a special friend of the podcast, supporting member listening to this live, you're hearing this after it's already been launched. You've maybe seen some of the items already. But for us to go into detail, Tommy, what are some of your headliners from this drop?
I'm trying to think of the one that's not the headliner.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling with that. Maybe I don't even know how to start this, Tanner. I don't know what the best way to start it is. Yeah. Do we start small and get bigger? Maybe that's what we ease them into. Okay. So first of all, we got some new stickers.
Yeah.
We got some new stickers for the first time in quite a while.
It was a skull sticker pack.
Skull sticker packs. We're starting to have quite a few things with skulls on it, so it only made sense to have those in their own sticker pack. Do we want to talk about what the actual skulls are on those?
Yeah, I think we can just tell everything.
We got the Feel the Burn skull, Lift Hard Live Easy skull, and the
Massenomics Gym skull.
Gym skull.
Yep.
3 bangers right there.
Yep. The skull pack. Then some new koozies.
Some new koozies too.
Lift Shit koozie and Feel the Burn koozie.
And the beauty of the koozies are, as part of one of our
promotions,
historical promotions, has always been free koozies and stickers in every order on Black Friday?
Yep. So you'll get one of the koozies for free. The koozies will technically also be for sale in some packs if you want to buy them. But every order, while supplies last, at least should hopefully be through Black Friday. We'll keep it going through the weekend as long as we still have some. You'll get those for free along with more stickers than. I mean, you kind of always get free stickers, but we got a little extra sticker plan. A little extra sticker pack plan for those free all those orders that come in on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So then that kind of knocks out the smaller items then, right?
That does. Yeah, we're done with the small ones.
Okay.
So then should we go to the apparel now?
Yeah.
So first, new tee. Should we talk about the new tee?
The new tee. Yes.
Okay.
The new never before seen tee.
The new never before seen tee on anything.
The new design of the drop.
Yes, and that is the nice rack tee.
The nice rack tee.
It's
on the military
OD green,
OD green. Yeah.
With
same colors are lift shit tee.
Yeah, with the black print. It has a very fine looking power rack in a gym setting
with the
Massenomics logo in there, and it says nice rack. And that's something I think a lot of home gym owners especially can relate to. But anyone that goes to a gym that has a nice rack, I think would also relate to that.
I saw Ben Pollock rocking it earlier this week, or actually today, and then Jonathan Oldham rocking it earlier this week too.
Mm-hmm.
So all kinds of people on the new.
That
nice
green
rack.
always looks good.
I like that color shirt.
Yeah, is this only our second shirt that's ever
Just
used
our
that color?
second.
Yeah, lift shit was the other one.
Yeah, lift shit tank was a similar color.
And
but
people always say they want some stuff that isn't. I shouldn't say that. Some people say they want stuff that isn't black. I guess they're gonna have to vote with their wallets on this one.
Right.
So we're excited for that one.
So yeah, that's the brand new design.
Yep. Do we have other T-shirts in this one, or is it all sweatshirts after that?
There's the kind of fit, kind of fat.
Oh.
Our one last release of that tee.
That's super limited. We just had a big enough of a sign up that we're gonna do one quick one there. So
yeah, that one won't last long. We didn't do very many of those just to kind of fulfill people that were dying to get it.
Have been waiting for 9 months for it again.
Yes. So we did bring that back in a limited supply. That one will sell out quick for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then getting into the winterish, fallish apparel
that
items.
people have really been asking for.
Right. I guess
Exhibit A right here.
Exhibit A is the Raw Power crew neck sweatshirt on a light heather gray.
Yeah, light heather gray. And this thing really has the old school vibes to it, Tanner.
It does.
It looks good too.
I like this. This particular sweatshirt is a nice one. I've got one for myself, obviously, even. So that means that I've got to like it if it means I pilfered one from
stole it from the collection.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Raw Power kind of already had sort of that old school kind of like 80s rock vibe to it.
Yep.
And now it just looks even better on a.
Yeah, and you might not really even notice at first glance. This one has a little bit different coloring than the other one does.
Besides the obvious fact that it's not on a red shirt.
Right.
And for some people, that was apparently too much. They said the red is a little
pops too hard for them.
Too popping for them.
Oh, I can't hear anything
so
over
you
all
can
the
tone
pop.
it down with the light heather gray.
Yeah, I do love this one. And this is a good crew neck. Would we agree? We kind of finally found a crew neck that we really think has a good overall fit to it.
A little better fit, yeah.
Then we've got this one, I think, into this one all the way up to 4X even.
Do we?
Yeah, this one is in 4X. Not very many. If you're in like those 3X, 4X, don't wait. And actually, all this winter stuff, not large quantities of any of it.
Yeah, because we don't want to sit on it all year. So.
All right. My basement right now is not even joking, just like
a clothing depot.
Yeah, it is a clothing depot. So hopefully a bunch of people buy these large space up taking items and they get shipped out of there. What about the long sleeve tee?
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is our first ever long sleeve tee.
Yeah,
and it was it's an updated take on the Massenomics varsity tee, which has been a classic ever since it came out this summer.
Yep,
and it's all black. We went with the outline on it, so it's slightly more subtle, but it's also pretty in your face because it's a big print. So we have the Massenomics varsity print on the front
in white,
the outline white, and then large on the back. Each word gets its own line: lift hard, live easy. It's big and it looks really good. I wore it at the gym today, and I kept kind of having to check myself out in the mirror.
That's one of my new one of my, the new stuff always, the new stuff that I really like always kind of gets pushed up to the top because it's fresh and new. But that for sure is one of my new favorite things that we've ever done. I really like the look of that.
Yeah, long sleeves always nice, and I wear long sleeves at the gym almost year round. So for me, it's a really good item because it gives me another thing to throw in the gym rotation.
Yeah, someone asked about the throwback shirt. The throwback shirt was the kind of fit, kind of fat. Shirt that we were bringing back. So what else we got? We've got.
So then we have the gym. The next hoodie in the group, or the hoodie in the group, I should say, is the gym hoodie. So the Massenomics gym hoodie. We have a zip hoodie that is on a dark heathered gray. We got the Massenomics gym logo with the skull in the left chest and the full back, like the tee, but this time it's on a hoodie, so you have it for your
and the
your
zip hoodie,
needs.
so it's classy.
A lot of very versatile.
Also, like those zip hoodies, those are coats. So that means once you put a zipper on it, what it means is you get to wear it like 30 times before you wash it.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
No, that's the distinction I'm saying where it's a coat. Because if something's a coat, that means you almost never wash it.
Yeah, you don't have to wash it because it's a coat. It can be absolutely filthy, and people are like, "Well, that's a coat." Yeah, but if you showed up with a shirt that looked like that,
you'd be like,
"This guy's a
does
slob."
this guy not wash his clothes?
That is kind of the hack to get out of
washing. And then you're like,
things.
"Oh no, sorry, this is a coat."
Yeah.
And like 99% of people will be like, "Oh, okay,
right here, zipper."
Yeah.
Like, okay, yep. It's like the backstage pass to not washing.
Isn't that I mean,
is
there's
the truth.
truth to that, right?
That totally is. It totally is.
So that's why we went zip up.
Just to make life easier for everyone else.
So I don't have to wash it. It is printed on the same zip that we used last year. So if you know the fit of that, that's what this one. I think it's a pretty premium product, that one. Then the
lower body item.
Yeah, the lower body item.
Well, first we should say there is a restock on lift shorts.
Lift shorts just restocked. Finally, they've been out
like
for quite a
as
while.
of like 2 hours ago, basically.
Yes, finally. I think those will sell out fast because they've been out of stock for a little while, and people always loved the lift shorts around this
around this holiday.
Around holiday time. But the new joggers, I'm not wearing the new ones. I'm actually wearing the old ones for reference in case you're watching and being like, now those joggers don't look like new joggers. Those look like old joggers. Well, these aren't the new joggers.
Tricks on you. Yeah.
So how do you explain the...
So it is the same... black, the pants are the same as last year. It's a black pair of joggers. On one leg we have the Massenomics. It is the name from the Raw Power tee. So we have the Massenomics name going down the side of the leg.
Real big.
Yep. On the left, kind of say like left hip, left pocket, we have the Jim skull sitting there.
Yep.
And you got two different imprints, and they look good. Another pair of sweats for you.
They're pretty bomb.
They are.
We took some real artsy photos of them today.
We took some very artsy
Where
photos of them.
Leaning against the brick wall with
Tanner
one
was
foot
looking
up.
really sassy with his
And
legs
I
up.
said, should I put my one foot up here? This is kind of like what people do in pictures, but not in real life.
And I said, hey, you nailed it.
Yeah.
And I said, that's the pose. New profile picture right here.
And then the last thing is not something you wear. It's something you put up your nose.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Feel the Burn hot sauce scented ammonia pack that we collaborated on with Obsidian.
So you got to have ammonia, and when you got to have ammonia, it can't just be ammonia, right?
Right.
There has to be some kicker to it. So we have a hot sauce scented ammonia.
Yeah, and it's
because it's got to have a little more spice to it. Like ammonia on its own just isn't enough.
Yeah, you really have to see the packaging on this one that we came up with to appreciate it, and then the scent that
which makes me think
they helped us.
Are we just getting close to just pepper spray?
That's actually, this is probably just once, now that you mention it, is
just a shade below.
Yeah, Travis helped us get the scent right on this, and I don't think you'd be disappointed. It's in the same packaging container that we used for Ammonia last year, so that way when you order this kit, you get the ammonia with it, you get Feel the Burn koozie, you get a sticker pack with it, and it's in the cool tube. So you get the whole thing. You really get to feel the burn, feel the burn from several directions.
And the packaging does look really cool. It does. Those always, we just do these, one time a year.
Yeah.
And they are such a cool product when you get them in hand.
Yeah, and we do just do these for the one. I'm guessing we'd probably do it again next year, something different maybe again. But so these are a while supplies last item for sure.
And they would look great in a drink spotter.
I've seen pictures of them in a drink spotter even actually. So I can concur that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all the new items then?
Oh, well, okay. Then there's actually one other thing we've missed here. So the return back by popular demand, Rich Get Richer coupon code.
Yes.
Save 25 cents on any pair of lift shorts.
Any pair of lift shorts. I think it might even, lift shit shorts even qualify for that. And it might just even be any pair of shorts. I'll double check on that. But Get Richer.
Remember that code.
25 cents off any pair.
Yep, that's an extra coin in your pocket.
Then also, okay.
So and then we have a large, actually our biggest.
14 designs.
14 tees. And what's the price on them?
40% off regular price.
So they are what, 16?
79.
1679.
My old high school football number, of course. So 1679, yes.
So this is actually probably like the deepest discount we've ever had on like t-shirts ever.
The discount is so significant that when you sit down and I penciled it out, if you do the math, you almost can't afford not to buy them.
I can't argue with that at all. No, you're the numbers guy.
I know, and it pencils out. I mean, you guys try it at home. If you sit there with a pencil and pencil it all out, you at the end it's like, yes, I can't afford not to buy these.
The key is you have to pencil it out.
Yeah, you pencil it out.
You can't use your phone. Or
no, you pencil it all out. Old school pad and pencil, whatever you prefer to use as a pad, and you pencil it out, and you're like, oh, that son of a bitch is right. It's actually costing me more not to buy these discounted tees.
And especially if you're one of the big guys, because the big sizes aren't anymore. They're still $16.79.
That's right.
That is really cheap. I don't think we've ever put shirts on that cheap before, Tanner.
We're insane. They should lock us up.
Lock us up and throw away the key. Yes. What do we know?
Yes.
Damn.
So that's what we got.
That's all of it.
That's what we got happening. And that doesn't extend through Cyber Monday. So this is still relevant if you're listening to it on Sunday or Monday. But it would close on like the end of the day Monday. We're going to put a stop to all this madness.
Yep. The police are going to show up and say, shut it down.
On those sale designs, some of them have good stock. Some of them have limited stock. There's a vast variety. So don't wait on those because some of those certain designs will sell out super fast because there's not much there.
There's probably more than likely, if you see your size, there's a good chance that is the last one or two in your size. So.
I would buy both. If there's only two, just buy both.
Get the one above and below it too.
Right. Just to be safe.
Yeah.
We're selling them so low, you could resell them on, I don't know, eBay. Where do people resell
Craigslist,
things? I guess Facebook Marketplace, yeah.
Whatever reseller spot you decide is best for you.
Okay. Should we hit him with another ad, do you think?
I think so.
Okay. I'm going to tell you now about, do you want to hear about Fusion Sports Performance Supplements?
Please.
Okay. Do you know what's in your supplements, Tommy?
I think so.
Okay, good. If you use Fusion Sports Performance, you always will. Fusion SP prides itself on being fully transparent, never using proprietary blends, and always providing its customers with top quality products. I want to actually look, as long as we're talking, I want to shout out, I think they had a deal going for the weekend too where it's a 30% off. Save 30% off on everything. That's only on Friday, so actually this only applies to the listeners here. 30% off of everything. Use code Friday and save. So if you listen to this next week, that might be gone, but we've got our discount code. It's MASS, M-A-S-S. That saves 20% on your entire order, so you can still use that. They've got their whey protein, my favorite flavor, chocolate of some sort. They've also got vanilla of some sort, frosted cinnamon roll of some sort. They've got Healing Factor post-workout, and then they've got the 2 pre-workout options, 2 levels there, Super Soldier pre-workout, and your Mad Titan High Stim pre-workout. So head over to fusionsp.net. Check them out.
Do it.
Okay.
Let's hop into a can quick, Tanner.
Okay. Let's dive in. Is this do I need to don my protective gear?
Don your protective gear.
Okay. So many things. To be honest, I'm also looking at orders as we're going.
Oh, are orders happening?
Because I have a sick addiction to knowing what
it is.
I have to know at all times what's going on there.
It is a very sick addiction. My phone time has been really up this month so far, and I'm blaming Massenomics for that. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I can see the bandana is on. The headband is
You can confirm for our audio only
For audio only listeners, Tanner is not cheating. He will have to use his own wit and cunning to solve this puzzle. And that puzzle is what's in this can.
Okay, we've got a can. Can confirm. Well, it's got a crispy crack. It smells almost like a bruchacho. Oh yeah, I
Kind
can
of
feel
tastes like one too.
I could feel the froth before it even hit my tongue, just on my upper lip.
But now, what flavor is that, Tanner?
Beer.
So you're gonna roll out cherry Coke that fast, is what you're saying?
That I don't know. Is this a Bud Light, a Miller Light, a Coors Light?
Well, it can't be all three.
No. Wait a second. Maybe it's even. Well, I'm just gonna cheat just a little bit and just feel the can a little bit, because my other choice, sometimes by the can, I don't think it's a Busch Light. Well, it could be a Keystone or a Natty Light. So I'm just wondering if it's a cheaper beer. I'm gonna say it's a. Taste it one more time.
I like how you go back for a taste. Like, this is actually what's gonna solve it for you.
Yeah. Yes. Confirmed. It is still beer. I'm gonna say Natty Light.
Go ahead and take a look, Tanner.
Coors Light. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That is the thing. It's like, it's so hard to it is so hard to tell.
I challenge people. Some people, if you're like, I am a Coors Light guy, you're going to know for sure.
If you only drink one ever,
right.
like that's
you
something
probably
you ever do.
know.
Yeah.
Miller Lite does taste different.
I would agree. Yeah.
And that's why I kind of knew it wasn't that. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, I was gonna say Keystone. I said Natty Light just as a curveball, but Keystone and Coors Light are closely related, correctly?
Yeah.
Right?
They're basically the same thing.
And what's the old adage that Keystone is just the bottom of the barrel of the Coors Light?
And I always remember people in college being like,
bottom.
"Oh yeah, the Keystone cans are the dented Coors Light
Yeah,
cans.
yeah.
They use those for Keystone."
Yeah.
It seems like that doesn't make any sense.
None of
but
that's probably actually true.
I don't think it
because
is.
that's what I was. It's the bottom of the vat.
Yeah.
The part that sits in there longer. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing any of that.
Tastes good.
Oh yeah,
I had one earlier tonight too.
you
So
did.
I'm on a bender right now.
Jeez.
We're getting
Wow,
extra crispy
didn't know
today.
you were pre-gaming before
Yeah.
the podcast
Yeah,
tonight.
you can't. Don't think I do this sober, do you?
You don't do 290 of these on accident.
Certainly don't do them sober. I quit being sober years ago in this. Okay. All right. Now we got 4,000 questions to go through. It just takes me a while to even get
Now
here.
the show starts. We've done 22 minutes of housekeeping, and
Yep.
now we're starting the show.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just start then.
Should we put a timestamp here?
Timestamp. No.
Okay.
What was the hardest part of opening a gym? What was the one hardest part, we'll say? Hardest part. Making sure you've really got the worry of the financial part of it. There's a little bit of there's some risk you have to take.
Yeah.
Just, getting over that, getting out of your comfort zone with the risk, I think.
And now I think in this day, equipment's a much harder part than it used to be. Like,
Yeah.
it goes two ways, because equipment, there's such a broader selection. But that also means you can spend so much more
Right.
than ever before. So you could just go nuts on equipment and dig yourself a hole in a hurry.
Yeah, well, you just have to start smaller.
Yeah,
work
I
it.
think that's
Don't,
probably that's probably the takeaway most people should
Yeah.
have is if you're starting a gym, don't try to do it with the idea of you're trying to make a living off of it. Just do it as
Yeah.
like hey, this is kind of like sort of a private place where other people can come, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you break even, that's almost as
I
good as
agree.
you can ask for.
That was from Dutch Matt, supporting member. Thanks, Matt. Next one is from Big Tucker, Massenomics gym member. He says, "Why is the back of the gym significantly colder than the front?"
HVAC.
That is the real reason is HVAC, because the back of the gym didn't originally exist. It was added on later. It's actually larger than the front of the gym at this point, and it's just the original HVAC system that they just like yeah, we'll kick a couple vents over here. So I think the thermostat and everything actually runs out of the first room. And wait a second, nobody else cares about that, but that's why.
Part of the reason why I basically only lift in sweatpants and long sleeves.
I
and
actually
sweatshirts.
like it in the winter because you can do this, and you can do this gradual step down.
You
if
can.
you want to.
You can be in very control
Yeah.
of your. Not that the gym's ever hot. Like
No.
the gym's. What's the warmest the gym ever gets to? Like 70 maybe.
Yeah, it's It's not hot in the summer.
But in the
there,
winter,
yeah.
does it get down to 60? It's 62.
Well, the thermostat's set at 65, but
Okay.
it is
The other
colder in
side
that
is,
back room, so it probably
probably
is
around
like
60.
62.
yeah. And if you want to get hot, you can wear your sweats, and the second you think, I don't want to be hot anymore, you take them off, and you're cold so quick.
Yeah,
So
someone said get Tyler on that HVAC, so they remember
They
he's
know.
out of that game. Thanks, Big Tucker. Next one's from Lift Hard, Live Easier. Big Tyler, our Canadian supporting member. When Massenomics started, did you ever think you would have a Discord crew?
No.
Short answer, I don't. Do you assume Discord was started back 6 years ago? Or
I don't know how long Discord's been around.
it certainly wasn't anything that any of us knew about.
I for sure did not know what Discord was until just a couple of years ago, though. And I never had Discord until we started the Discord this summer.
I am on the Discord.
The Discord.
Next one is from Omar Martinez. He said, "How did the silly goose get its druthers?" I would just say you have to read the book. That's the only way. It's not the same. You have to read the book.
It's got a real twist ending. Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan would really...
How the silly goose
what if you
get
were,
its druthers
what if
by
you
M.
were
Night
the silly
Shyamalan.
goose all along? Yeah. What if you had your druthers all along and you didn't know it?
Next one from Professor Steven. What is the best energy drink? Rain, Monster, Bang, or other? I would say we're not the guys to ask, right?
Definitely not the guys to ask, but to me, the best energy drink I've ever had is White Monster.
That's a good one.
It's just the best tasting one.
And the can feels nice.
And the can feels nice. And that's more than enough caffeine for me. So that's what I'd go with.
Big Jonathan gave us those C4.
Oh, yeah.
Those
C4 ones were pretty good. Yeah, those Starburst ones, those were good too, but I'm just not much of an energy drink guy.
From Tuku Drew, what did the fox say? Ring, ding, ding, bing, ding, bing.
Nailed it.
Is correct, right?
Yep.
Waffle Iron Jim, Big Steven, any details of the next contest?
Oh,
I would say we know of
we know what the next one's
is.
going to be, and
it's going to be in 2022.
We've hinted at this before. There is someone in the Discord that also knows what the contest is going to be.
We have planted a mole.
You could almost say there's a double agent living in the Discord right now.
There is. That will be a important part of it all. We know it's going to be in 2022. We know it's going to be really fun. We're very excited
be a really
for
fun
it.
one. Especially if you follow Massenomics, this will be a really fun one. This is one that if you don't follow Massenomics, it probably makes no sense, but I could see
that's all right though.
It could be fun to get in on too.
From Bonjour Bench Press, would Bassonomics, actually it depends on how I'm pronouncing this. So BASS economics be about music or fishing?
Yeah.
So
is it Bass or Bassonomics?
Well, that's
Bassonomics or Bassonomics. In this part of the country, probably about fishing.
Right.
You know, Western, Northeast, South Dakota, I think you'd have to make it about fishing.
Yeah.
But other places.
But if you're all about that bass, no treble,
then yeah, it's definitely about music.
Yeah. Can you list every Discord member that isn't the mole or the potential mole? No, we cannot do that.
Just a simple process of elimination.
Josh Foster, when is the next powerlifting or strongman meet at Massenomics Gym? No specific plans yet.
No. Yeah.
We don't know. Don't know the answer. Could be a long time.
Could be never. Could be next year.
Yes. Yes. What color t-shirt can I get? Anything as long as it's black, right?
Any color as long as it's black. That's correct.
Josh Foster asked a lot of questions. He can't take up too much airtime. Okay, from the Galaxy Part 2 Discord member, when are you and Matt finally going to collab so I can buy a Pioneer lift belt? No specific plans of that, is there?
No. We've in some at times of brainstorming have talked about some different ideas there, but nothing in the works at the moment.
There's a few lift Pioneer belts out there.
There are
a couple people that have ordered them. You can do, if you want to talk to us about that, we could, if you really want, that's something you want.
Yeah,
you can talk to us.
There has been people that have asked. They wanted to get the lift logo on a belt, and if that's the case, we can get the file sent over if you want to do it on a belt. That's
as for now, you just give Pioneer that business, and we can figure out the logo part of it.
Yep.
From Justin Pratt, what would be your max lifts if performed on the moon? I suppose they'd be significantly. Is heavier the right word?
Well, yeah. The weights would feel lighter, but they would be heavier. So
right.
So a lot, I guess.
Okay. Overrated or underrated T-shirt companies?
It's pretty broad.
Yeah, overall overrated probably. Really, even though we are one. Okay. Skip and cast a couple here. Okay. Mills85 asks, which potential guest dropped out? Or is Tanner just out of minutes this month? So he's referring to us doing a Q&A here this week. No, nobody dropped out. We planned a Q&A this time.
It's just always tricky the night before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. It's honestly tricky to get guests during the week anyways. And then when you add in just the smallest excuse for people, it gets really, really hard. So we figured we'll make life easy for everyone and not even attempt to get a guest this week. Plus, Q&As are really fun to do, and it's been a long time.
It has. And we don't want to do these every week, and then because it's just the same stuff over and over again. But we wait long enough, we get some good ones out of the woodwork.
It's probably been almost 6 months, hasn't it?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Big Eddie Cornfed Highlander said, can I read an ad? Not this week, but who knows? That could be a prize for a competition again. But then nobody chose it out of this last run. Nobody chose to read an ad.
They didn't want to be put on the spot.
He also wants to know who the mole is for the next competition. Can't reveal that, can we?
Nope.
Next question. What unpaid intern has met the most unpaid interns in 2021? It's for sure Eddie.
Yeah.
It's you, Eddie.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Oh, just in the last month, I think he's met more than we ever have in our lives.
Yes. Next question is from JRoy446. Will you ever talk to guests about training? I love the show. Just curious. LOL.
I don't know.
That's not the goal. I'll say this. On occasion, we will talk to them, but that's not our primary hope to talk to them about training, right?
Yeah. There's just so many people that know so much more about training than us and like talking about it so much more than us too. That I don't know. I think that market's. I feel like we've probably said this before, but I feel like those bases are probably covered by other shows, probably better than we could ever do.
To be fair, we hit on that a little bit with people, but we just don't.
Yeah, it's just some people.
We don't ask. Say what's your training split look like?
Yeah.
Hopefully, we never ask someone that question. In my opinion,
because some people, those are the only questions they ever get asked. Right. So it's just
that's kind of our goal, that they leave and they go, "Oh, that was a little different."
Yeah, why am I doing this show again? I've done this 1,000 times. So.
Best tip a high-level lifter ever gave you? I don't know that I've hardly asked for any tips from...
I haven't really asked for many, and I haven't got many either. And also high-level, I'm not sure who I would classify as high-level.
Yeah, don't have a good...
Larry Legend, obviously, but...
That's as high as it gets.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of tip going on in... tip giving in Massenomics unless you explicitly ask for it. And I think a lot of times you'll get like, I don't know, man, just kind of keep doing
what feels good for you. Yeah. Yeah. It's not necessary. It's not a gym where people are like
trying to correct your form.
No.
But honestly though, the longer you lift, the more you see like, I don't know what that guy's doing would fuck me up in a hurry.
Yeah.
But that works perfect for him. And
absolutely.
I would, if I did that right now, I would be in trouble for the next 2 months.
Yeah. I think.
And honestly, the longer I've been around training and lifting, the more and more I see that it is so individualized.
I think so too. I think that's a really good point, is that you got to get out of the mindset that my squat, I'll use squat, needs to look like his squat because he has a good squat.
Well,
my squat probably isn't going to look like his squat.
And even if you just said, even by weight, okay, I weigh 200 pounds and I'm 6'1". A guy that's 200 pounds, 6'1", his body's going to look way different doing things than a guy that's 5'5", 200 pounds, and even way different than a guy that's 6'6", 200 pounds. Like, just your body looks so different. It just, I don't know. That's kind of been my philosophy on training.
Yep.
Is that it's more individualized and it's less templated than people might think it is.
Yeah. One last thing: train insane or remain the same.
That is always the fallback.
Yeah. Next one from Love Lady _71 out of the Alabama contingency. When are we going to get the highly demanded timestamps on these episodes? Never.
It's almost a mental timestamp, though. It's 30. It's actually, we should probably read an ad.
Yeah, should we do it to him?
Yeah, we should.
You got one in mind?
I'm going to read this one early this week.
Okay. Or do we need to listen to it? Is that relevant?
Do you have that?
Yeah, I think we can pop that on here.
Why don't you do that?
If you give me...
do you need one more beverage, Tanner, or not?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm still kind of nursing this one.
Well, do you want me to... I'm getting up. Do you want me to grab one? Or
no, I'm fresh for right now. I did have that one earlier, too, so... I've got a pretty big head start on you here. Okay, Tommy's gone, and I'm going to find this ad. It's going to be for the Strength Co., and we want the special ad because they had some deals going here over Black Friday, so I don't want to miss out on the message that Grant has for us here. I found it. Perfect timing. Okay.
Today's episode is brought to you by The Strength Co. And today, this ad is being read by none other than me, Grant Brogy, a special uninvited guest on today's Massenomics podcast. At The Strength Co., we are committed to American jobs and American products, and as a result, have made the world's finest weightlifting plates ever made. Machined with precision and E-coated to perfection, our plates are made for you to pass down to your grandkids. That's right, your great...
Uh-oh.
What did he say?
Your grandkids... Are we getting interrupted?
No, it was just that my phone fell asleep.
Made. Precision and E-coated to perfection plates ever made. Machined with precision and E-coated to perfection, our plates are made for you to pass down to your grandkids. That's right, your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkids can also make these their very own go-to plates. And guess what? This month only, friends of the podcast get a special savings. Our Black Friday sale goes Friday through Sunday after Thanksgiving, but for podcast supporting members, you get it all month long. Just use code MASS at checkout and save big.
So Grant got an extra ad there because we listened to part of it twice there.
Yeah, we broke it up. That was a 2-part ad.
In it with that discount code, the more you buy, the higher your dollar amount is. Not just the more you save. Obviously, if it's a percentage, the more you buy, the more you save. But the percentage actually goes up. There's step levels to that.
Again, you basically can't afford to not do it.
You can't afford not to spend like at least $1,000. I think that's the top threshold there.
I think did I see some more people in the Discord have been hopping on the go-to plate train too?
Yeah. It's the go-to plate of Massenomics podcast.
You can say the go-to plate of the Discord.
Yeah. Recommended over-under topics for awkward Thanksgiving discussions. I think everyone knows we don't like to get into awkward discussions. I mean, we only know the way out of those,
the
not
old
the way in.
go-tos are always religion and politics, right?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. That was from Extremely Mediocre Lifter. Next is from Big David Hunter. Has Tanner watched The Wire yet? I have not.
You haven't found 70 hours
no,
to just
no Wire.
hang around yet?
No Wire yet.
Well, would still recommend it. Speaking of that, okay, you did watch Squid Game, right? Yeah. We talked about that. The other show on Netflix that I saw that was getting a little bit of hype was Midnight Mass. Did you hear or see about that at all?
What's that about? That seems a little familiar.
It's like this kind of religious little town on an island off the coast, and
The Village by M. Night Shyamalan.
But then their priest goes away, and then a new priest comes, and miraculous things start happening, and it's kind of actually a horror one. So I would say that one, based off of what I heard and saw, was overrated. I was entertained, but I would say it was overrated. So
I'm more of a Queen's Gambit kind of guy.
that was good.
Okay, I just watched that. That was good.
Oh, you did just watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we talked about that a long time ago. But
I mean, I've never seen it before. But
then
yeah.
we didn't. I thought Queen's Gambit was really good.
Yeah.
I would recommend Queen's Gambit over Midnight Mass.
Okay,
for sure.
Big Eddie back. He says, when was the last time Tanner was inside a grocery store?
Yeah, I want to know the answer to this too.
I did go into, if you're from Western Northeast South Dakota, this is relevant. I went into Ken's, I would say about a month ago, to get, I think it was, I'm going to say it was cottage cheese or macaroni and cheese or something that what I was going to have with the kids that night.
Okay, so it was just like a one.
Yeah, I think I spent about 20. I ended up getting like 5 or 6 things. It was me and my middle daughter, and we went, and because she had to insisted on being on the cart that has like the little truck in the front of it that you sit inside of, and like, okay, great, we'll push around this 10-foot long cart so I can get a box of macaroni and cheese. But that's what you do.
So when was the last time before that? A long time.
Oh no, I just don't go in them. I don't go into any stores at all.
Yeah.
and I'm really happy for it. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, it does make things easier.
Yeah. Although I would say like that trip, it was like a evening, like well after any rush. And I'm like, this is all right.
Yeah, if you go in the evening or in the mornings, it's always good. It's
and I was in no hurry. It's almost like a time killer.
Yeah, I actually don't mind going. It's just it sucks when you go at like 5 o'clock or mid-afternoon on the weekends. It's always pretty slammed.
Beerbelly_lifts wants to know, when will it be an option to franchise my own Massenomics gym? I'd say we're a couple of steps away from that still, aren't we?
Just a couple, though.
Yeah. I would say another 6 more years we could be thinking about it.
We just have to double. We have to prove that we have a decade of experience.
Yeah.
And then that's when the franchises really can open up.
Chaka_Beast1. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Okay.
Backstreet's back. All right.
This is kind of a tricky question.
It is.
I think NSYNC probably.
I will agree with that. I kind of I never minded Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, he's clearly, out of all those people, the one that had the most talent, hands down. And I always forget the name of the song. Is it All I Ever Wanted or Want You Back by NSYNC? That's the best boy band song out of all of those.
I don't know. Backstreet Boys does have some pretty good ones too.
Oh, I Want You Back by NSYNC. That to me, that's the best boy band song. Yeah. Well, I mean, I get they all had some other ones, but to me, that one's a banger. That one still slaps to this day. And it's kind of a deep cut. It's kind of underrated.
In sync one where they're puppets. I just remember that video.
Isn't it?
Oh, I just remember that video like I've seen it 1,000 times.
It's really funny because I remember, that probably came out in like 98-ish, if I had to guess. Here, I got it right here. What is the year on this thing? Oh, come on. Come on, Google, tell me the year. 2000, no strings attached. So it might have came out in
Backstreet Boys were for sure before NSYNC though too, right? Like
I think maybe a little, but I do remember. So 2000, I would have been about third or fourth grade. My younger brother, his friend had that CD, brought it over, put it on the CD player, and it's kind of like, this is a boy band. It's not that cool, but also the song's kind of good though.
Yeah. New Kids on the Block, definitely before my time. So I
don't think that they really...
98 Degrees, less popular than those two, so not in the discussion.
Yeah, that's not in there either.
Hanson, are they a boy band truly, or is that a brothers band?
That's kind of tricky, yeah. I don't know if they fit that category quite in the way that people think of it.
No. Okay. This is from Mr. Backabs. Scale of 1 to who are you? How excited are you to meet me at the Arnold? I'll recognize you at the Arnold, especially if you're wearing a Massenomics shirt. I can picture it better. If he's wearing his tank top Massenomics lift shirt, I'll probably recognize him. More people wanting to read the Texas Power Bar ad. It's not that simple, folks.
Privilege.
We can't just let everyone do that. Big Dylan Kotz, president of North Dakota, wants to know what the timetable is on lift silkies.
Just say, keep your eyes peeled for 2022.
Yeah.
We got some things planned.
I don't know that lift silkies by definition is exactly, we have a timetable on that, but do keep your eyes peeled, correct. Next here we've got Mills.85 asks, when will you do kid sizes? Several people have honestly asked about that.
And we've even talked about like having like some baby onesies and things too. It does just get tricky because now none of the adult prints fit on a child size. Right. So now we have to pay a lot of money to run a few kids shirts. That's just the tough part is we'd basically be making no money.
I would say we don't have it, just to disappoint everyone that wants to know, because several people have asked and I get it and stuff. But we don't have plans of it yet. Yeah. I do have some custom stuff. But
you do, yeah. You always have some custom stuff.
Yeah, my mother-in-law is really good at like she takes old ones and like sews them up into Chris. Yeah. Childress323 asks how to properly perform the Jefferson Deadlift. That's a good question. I mean, the most important part is to have the barbell between your legs.
Yeah, one leg over the other.
After that, there's room for interpretation per our discussion prior.
Depends on your body type. Yeah, the stance width, all that. It's going to really depend on how you're built. So trial and error.
Yeah. Next one, favorite Office episode or quote. That's really hard.
God, that is a hard
That
one.
could be my favorite quote. That's really
what she
hard.
said, yeah.
I would hate to. I couldn't say that.
We had a thing. So, my roommates used to have. We had a thing for when we would get home from the bars at like 3 a.m. We'd have stretches where we'd only play Office Christmas episodes, and it was just really funny. Like they're always like for shows that have multiple Christmas episodes. The Office does a really good job. Like their Christmas episodes are funny. They're not my favorite ones, but it is just a memory that came to mind there. Favorite ones? God, I don't know. That is a really hard question.
That's really on the spot too.
Maybe actually, I think the easier question would be like, what episodes have the best intros ever? And for me, that's probably like the CPR training one. That intro.
That's really good, right?
Really, really good.
Because that's where Dwight cuts the face off.
Yeah, cuts the face off. Yep.
That's really funny.
What
is that? Is that called a cold intro or whatever?
Yeah, oh yeah, you just you do CPR to the beat of "Staying Alive." At first, I was afraid. I was petrified.
Not that part. The chorus.
And the other one,
Kevin with his chili. He walks up and puts that in the cold intro.
That's kind of a classic. The other one would be when Dwight starts the fire in the office and Stanley has the heart attack.
Yeah,
that's also a really good. And Angela's jumping in the ceiling or throwing her cats in the ceiling. And Oscar falls out. Like that's a really good. Those are some of my favorite intros of all time. There,
no doubt. Some of the later seasons are the lesser, good episodes. Next question from Kevin _RSG_18. Can you make a Texas Power Bar style timeline for Massenomics? I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
And I think we've got just the unpaid intern crew that could get it started.
I
would love to see.
I love that
like
idea.
That. Yeah.
Especially through people that weren't directly there, like they're kind of getting it secondhand. That would be an even better timeline.
From Joe _day_1987. How long until you do Massenomics wrist wraps? You pretty much do everything else. I don't think that's on our radar, really.
Yeah.
We've said other people.
Yeah, that's something we've talked about too. And there just are enough other people doing it that.
Just go buy one from. Honestly, if we did that, it would be us talking to Pioneer and
just rebranding something from them.
And which we could do.
Yeah.
And, some
then,
people,
but then it just comes down to seeing if there's some crazy idea we can put in design. And I think they're kind of limited in what they can do for colors. Like it's not like a t-shirt where you can just kind of do whatever. So that is what makes it a little trickier, is that there's a lot more limitations as far as what's available from a style standpoint.
From Jim Reviewer _, if you could make any changes to the Ohio Power Bar, what would they be?
For me, probably the biggest. So, okay, are we talking the 20 kilo or the 45-pound one?
Well, because there's already changes there. If
there are
one that you like,
but those are both Ohio Power Bars, right?
Yeah, we've got a 20 kilo and a 45 pound.
Probably the biggest thing.
20 kilo has the thin.
Just the collars are almost too thin on both of them still.
For racks and stuff.
It's you have to have a perfect walkout. Like it's more of a squat problem than anything. Like bench isn't as much, but especially on that, if you're on a rack that is a little wider and you have the 20 kilo version where the collar is, what is it? A half an inch wide, maybe?
Yeah.
If you don't have the most perfectly straight walkout, you're either going to catch the plates on the way out or you're also going to catch them on the way back in. And that really sucks when you're going for a heavier weight, that you're not focusing on the weight anymore. You're focusing on, why am I running into this? This never happens to me.
I would say just make it strong as a Houston with the best airling and also make it maintenance free. Those would be my top 3.
Those would be the known issues that I would try to address right away.
Yes. From dollars and deadlifts, stuffing or dressing this Thanksgiving, they are not the same.
Are they not the same? We were talking about this the other day. Actually, we weren't talking about this. Someone brought it up because we kept saying stuffing, and then someone goes, well, what about dressing? And we said stuffing, and they go, okay. Are they different?
I don't know. I don't like them. I don't like.
You don't?
No.
Really?
I don't. I've never liked stuffing.
Oh.
We've talked about it before. Because you've talked about how you really like the box stuffing.
Yeah, it's
and
so tough. For like $1, it's so good.
And I don't like stuffing or dressing for that matter.
Blows my mind.
I guess to address the question of if they're the same, dressing to me is what you put on a salad.
Well, that's what in the traditional sense, that's what I think of. But at Thanksgiving time, those words seem like they're interchangeable.
I like yams better than that.
Okay, On that topic, is there a difference between yams and sweet potatoes?
I think it has to do with what region of the globe that they're grown in.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Oh, but do they actually taste different?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it has to do with where they come from is what they're called. I don't know if that's a fact.
I do like both of those too, though.
Yeah.
Do you like squash? Have we ever talked about that? Do you like squash?
The game or the food?
The food.
Just let's talk about the game first.
Okay. that's part 2 of the question.
No.
You don't? See,
I mean, it's okay. I would not choose to eat
I
it.
used
But
to
if
not
it's
like
inside,
it.
yeah, it's all right.
I like squash now. I used to not
Okay.
like it as a kid. My mom.
I should say I would have to give it a more fair shake now that I'm like 34, and I probably need to give it a chance.
I guess most things, if you just smother them in butter and salt, like they just kind of taste good, which is what I do with squash. When I eat it,
or brown sugar or something like that. That's kind of the old, also the Thanksgiving yams trick is covering it in marshmallows or whatever.
See, that's too much for me.
I don't actually really care for that.
I don't like that.
I think brown sugar is a more subtle approach to that, maybe.
Yeah, even that I honestly don't care for as much as just straight up butter.
Yeah.
That would be my
true.
preferred topping there.
What are some massive plans for 2022? This is from AKA SPUDs. Massive plans for 2022. The Arnold's the big thing we're talking about.
That is a big one, especially after 2 years of not having it.
And we really think we're going to bring the house down there. We're going to take...
which we officially have our booth we have
our locale.
24, 48 hours ago. That is locked in.
Sweet corner booth, double booth this time. Mm-hmm. Great location. We're kind of across the aisle from Live Large. We're excited about that. Grant, the Strength Co. is just a few down the aisle from us, kind of the corner just down the aisle. So that's going to be fun.
This is all very recently developed stuff.
Yeah, really excited for that actually. So that's one of our biggest things we're talking about.
Absolutely.
We've got I don't know, am I exaggerating if I say 10 tee designs that are already done?
Yeah,
we're just a matter of them coming out on 2022.
Yep.
Some really cool ones there. A couple of those ideas that I love and can't wait to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned
we're gonna dip into the vault a little more in 2022.
Yeah,
the vault has been neglected a little bit. It's been vaulted away.
So for those of you that have missed out on some things that really want them back, a lot of the hits have been talked about before. Bench in 315, Massenomics is numero uno. There's a whole bunch of treasures
some
there.
Huge Life.
Yeah,
even.
Yeah. There's some stuff there that.
So we'll take a look at that, and we do have
a new different product thing.
Yeah, that we're very excited about. And that'll probably be in the beginning of 2022.
Yeah.
If everything goes according to plan. So that's outside of the Arnold, that's probably what I'm most excited about.
Some people have talked to us about commentating for big events. I don't know that we're going to really do that. We've gotten that ask a couple times, but probably not something we're going to see in 2022, but had the opportunity that, at say Record Breakers, we could have been co-commentators, and it just ultimately was something that didn't really work out.
It's always kind of it just sounds funny to think that that's a thing. But
3 things you'd bring to a deserted island, from Charlie Romeo.
Well, it depends. Am I the only person on there, or other people on the island?
Well, I think it's deserted. Does that mean people?
Well, but does that mean like you're the only one, or there's one other person there, or 2 other people? Yeah, exactly. Like how?
Or is it Castaway, Tom Hanks?
Yeah. Because did you see there was maybe it was just a meme. I don't know how recent this was, but there was like an image going around of some guys. I don't know if it was off of Australia somewhere. They got deserted on an island. And they were there for like 2 weeks. And when they got picked up, they're like, it was just really nice to be away from everything for a little bit. It's like, I can see that. I don't have to worry about my phone or anything electronic. Just get to kind of chill and relax. Yeah. Deserted island things, though. I don't know. I guess something that's a sustainable food source and a place
like water purification system.
Yeah, a place to sleep comfortably and then water to drink. Those seem like good things to have.
I would bring a large...
As long as your goal isn't to be like, I'm just going to bring a satellite phone to get off the island.
Well, that's what I was going to say. A large functioning boat.
Yeah. As long as we're not going to go
capabilities.
Like that far with it. Yeah. If you're going to say, hey, we're on an island, make the best of it. Yeah, I want food, water, and a place to sleep.
I think they typically say hunting ends up being turns out to be very difficult. It's almost you got to find gathering sources of food.
Yeah,
and
gathering or
fishing.
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 But you're on an island. The fishing should be plentiful, right?
But, well, you'd hope so.
Unless it's an island in western northeast South Dakota, then you might be in trouble.
That would definitely be in trouble. From Day Bib Green, come to think of it, where have all the cowboys gone? I like that question.
Yeah, I do like that question.
I think it's just part of the modernization of society that eliminated the need for
Probably.
a lot of the typical
I would
cowboy.
say if you are looking for a cowboy, just head to South Dakota.
West River, South Dakota.
They are plentiful there.
Yep. You just got to be careful that so as to you're not looking for a cowboy and you run into a Kmart cowboy. You know what a Kmart cowboy is?
No,
Kmart cowboy would be someone that just buys his Wranglers and
like
his
the
belt
poser kind of. Okay.
Yeah, that would be what a Kmart.
Okay.
I suppose the term Kmart cowboy is outdated now, as Kmart does not exist.
Yeah,
but
maybe you need a Walmart cowboy.
Right. And that's not what you want. You want someone that gets their
a
hands
real
dirty.
deal, yeah. Like a Runnings cowboy.
That a Runnings, or in our neck of the woods, it would be a hitchin' post
Hitchin'
cowboy.
post cowboy, yeah.
From man_strength, I'm 3 years behind on the podcast. If you had to live in any other part of South Dakota, where would you live? Just saying, answer my question will make my day in 3 years. He's 3 years behind, so that's a sad. So it says man_strength. If you had to live in any other part of South Dakota other than WNESD.
Well, a good spot is like the two next most populated spots, which would be way western South Dakota, which is pretty scenic. You have Mount Rushmore and all the touristy stuff out there, Deadwood. There's a lot of good stuff out there. The downside is you're very kind of away from the world. Your next closest part of civilization is Denver, which is like, 6 hours away?
Yeah.
Otherwise, southeastern South Dakota has Sioux Falls, which is pretty...
In a whole
and its
bunch
whole
of,
metropolitan area that it has. It's a growing area. There's a lot happening there. It's to the point where, I was talking about this with my dad, does a third of the population of South Dakota, if not more, live down there now?
Probably, yeah.
Which is kind of
crazy. And it's only growing.
And it is only
that
growing.
ratio is only skewing more.
Yep. So I don't know. Those are obvious spots. I guess I could maybe be convinced to other spots too, but...
Yeah, I would choose the Black Hills. I would specifically, for a town, I'd probably choose like Spearfish.
Yeah, Spearfish is really nice. Mm-hmm.
So look that up if you're ever looking to move to South Dakota. Problem there, almost in some cases, is jobs.
Yeah, that is kind of the problem out there in general.
Yeah, right.
It's so tourism based.
Right. Vince_Rushdi, what color schemes of drink spotters are in the works? Nothing specifically yet. Not to say that nothing would ever happen as far as that goes, though,
yes.
Right.
Never say never.
I'm kind of skipping over. There's repeat questions, and
Yeah.
I'm just skipping over them rather than saying, "Hey, someone asked this again." Carl the Crusher, what are some of you guys' PRs on strongman events?
I could go first because my list is a lot shorter.
What about stones?
I was gonna say the stone. Was it the 300 or what? The 3? I don't think. What's the heaviest stone we have?
We have the 3. So the year you did the strongman showdown, we had the 330 out there.
Okay, and
I think you might have done the 300.
I did the 300.
I think there's a picture
because
the 300 has the red.
I for sure got it for a double. I don't know if I got it for a triple or not though. I think I got it
because
for.
There's a good picture of you hoisting the 300.
Which that was the first time I'd ever done that.
Right.
And to do it for a double, that to me is my crowning achievement in strongman was to hit the 300 for a double. I don't think I know for sure I lapped the 300 for a third. I could never. That was the last event of the day I was shot. So that is for sure my best achievement. Log, I'm trying to remember. I think 220. I don't know if we jumped to 230 or 240 after 220. I know I could do 220 in log, but was 230 there? I can't remember what the number was. It's been long enough since I've done log. And trying to think of like
carry or anything there.
See, grips never really been my strength. Grips actually always been a kind of a weak point for me, so I don't have anything.
I was just thinking of events of what even else there is.
The car deadlift. I don't even remember that day. I think I did like 8 or 9, maybe.
In that 1 year, I'm pretty sure we used the Ford Focus hatchback again, or did we use a Chevy Malibu?
I think we had a truck, didn't we? Or was there never a truck?
No.
Then maybe it was the Malibu.
Okay.
Because I think the Chevy dealer sponsored it that year.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think of what else. Yoke I was never very good at either. So that's my strongman career right there.
I I've axle pressed, strict press 300 pounds, but I say strict press, but that doesn't mean anything because I don't really get any. I've never practiced push or clean and jerk or any of that stuff. So
right, and you didn't enter a strict press competition, so it's like
right.
But yeah,
it's, so that 300 pounds. The Atlas Stone, like that event, I did the 330 for a double. That was at the end of the day. I did in a medley. I think the final one was. I can't remember. It was out in Rapid City. I think the final one in that medley was like 365 or 355.
And you didn't get that one?
Yeah. So nice. That's, I guess, my best there.
Yeah.
The yoke where I tore my ACL, I think it was like a 7.
RIP.
Yeah. I think
Double
that was like
entendre.
right. Yes. I think that was like a 7 or a 725 yoke. And I was moving okay with that. I've never trained heavy. I never even trained quite that heavy leading up to it, but that's the heaviest I've gone there. What else ones did you talk about?
Carries. You're pretty good at farmer's carry.
Yeah, I think I've
Anything
done
grip?
it. I think I've put, I put 300 pounds per hand and I can hang on to that for a while. Your first
700-pound deadlift was in a strongman, wasn't it?
That's true. And that was a regular deadlift from the floor, on a regular barbell. Car deadlift, the Malibu, I think I did like 22 reps. The one time I nearly felt like I almost died after that. I got my last rep to win the event, like just one more than the last guy, and almost felt like I was going to die.
That would have been the end of it all.
Yeah.
You had to go for the 23rd.
Generally speaking, overhead pressing events are a little harder for, I'm just not quite as good at usually. That's the gist of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Dylan Kotz. Jeopardy bit where you provide an answer and the other has to ask the correct question. That's very hard on the fly, isn't it?
It's really hard on the fly, but I do like that idea.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, maybe that's a segment coming up soon. Elsa says, I want to know, have you ever seen the rain?
Yes.
Yeah. It's actually kind of snow flurries as I was driving in.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I say flurries as a term of like not very much snow. Just a little bit of snow. Let's see. Some gun questions from Dylan. Who would win in a sparkling water shotgunning contest, Buddy Caps or Grant Brogy? This is from Tommy Schneider 2022. So it's a sparkling water shotgunning contest, Buddy Caps or Grant Brogy. So you've got the go-to plates versus the strong as a house Texas Power Bars.
In my mind, because Grant lives in California, I picture him as more of a sparkling water guy than old Texas Buddy Caps.
True.
So because of that, I think I want to give the edge to Grant here.
Grant also has the age advantage, correct? Of, not being old.
Yes, if you put it so plainly.
Yes.
Yeah, I think maybe I'd give Grant the slight edge here.
Yeah, me too. Tommy also says, if you could have an exclusive flavor of some sort with Fusion, what would it be?
Oh, this is something
maybe pamplemousse.
Yeah, this is something we've
What
talked
about
about
a pamplemousse flavored pre-workout of some sort?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But
we do have a thing.
We've talked about some ideas for flavors of things before. But yeah, a pamplemousse flavored supplement would be really, really funny.
Jake_lifts_heavy. Why does my dad follow Tanner and Tommy on AG, but not Massenomics? Thinking emoji. I don't know if that's true. That's odd.
Yeah, that's really, really funny if that's true. Like, I'm laughing because I'm just thinking there's no way that's
if
real.
If there's anyone out there that follows both of us on Instagram and not Massenomics, they've got a point to prove almost.
And they don't know us personally.
Yeah.
Like, there's a good chance you could live in Aberdeen and follow both of us, but to just
even at this point, then to also not follow Massenomics is like, what
is
have you
also
seen
really
on our
strange,
page that has led you to not follow Massenomics?
Yeah.
Beerbelly_lifts again says, will Tommy compete again?
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Before,
I just got to put together some good training, and
it has been going pretty good though.
Things have been feeling good, so that should mean that things should feel bad next week now.
True, I know that feeling. From Custom Fitted, McDonald's for the pie or Burger King for whatever they call dessert over there?
Oh, no. We've talked about this. Yeah. Burger King, their Oreo shake is so damn good. They have an amazing Oreo shake, like better than most ice cream places could ever do. So that makes it a tough contender. But it is, here's the thing though, it is like $3.50. Is it 3.5 times better than an apple pie? I don't know if it's that much better.
You could get 3.5 apple pies.
Exactly. So,
yeah, that's tough.
That
Overall, I think Burger King is not that high on my list. So,
for food though,
yeah.
oh, I'm not even food. Burger King, I think could maybe be one of the worst ones.
That's kind of garbage to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a personal thing. If you could describe, this is from Joey, Big Joey. If you could describe Massenomics as a type of mustache, what would it be? Like if you had to equate Massenomics in general to a mustache.
Okay, so like right away I'm thinking, all right, there's kind of just like a standard Burt Reynolds mustache. There's a handlebar mustache. There's kind of the curly one.
I think it's got to be a little silly, right?
Yeah.
It's probably not the handlebar because the handlebar, I don't think it's the handlebar.
Yeah, it's got to be something a little more wacky.
Or what about no.
Boy, I don't know what it would be. I'd have to look up more mustache styles because only 3 are coming to mind right away. And I know there's it's not a little pencil stash. That's the wrong one too.
I don't know if there is the right one.
Yeah, I'd have to do some more research on mustache styles.
Okay. David Hunter, will there be a Nachos Navidad supporting level during the Christmas season? That's a fair question. We could add a special Nachos Navidad level. Maybe it fits somewhere between a LaCroix level and a Lift Shorts level.
Yeah. I'm curious now because Taco John's has been doing a lot of rebranding and marketing lately. Will Nachos Navidad exist this year?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a thing.
Big Lou spotted in Omaha.
No, it is on the sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I really want to go. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had Nachos Navidad. Probably like when I was in high school, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's our mustache guide for more, but maybe we'll still.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
David Hunter also asked, will Tyler or Flying Ryan make a guest appearance?
Probably at some point.
Yeah.
This thing goes on long enough. Everyone's going to make a guest appearance.
Ryan hasn't been on for quite some time. It has been
actually a really long time. Yeah. Yeah, at some point, one of those will happen for sure.
Big Tyler says, how do I get my wife to respect the time I spend with all the Massenomics fine folks and to be okay with me spending our retirement on Lift Shorts?
Huh. I don't know. When
just
you find
explain
out,
to her
tell me.
Yeah, just tell her you can't afford not to do it at this point. That's a go-to.
That is.
Are you strong enough to see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Is that what they would actually say?
I don't think "are you strong enough," right? Is like different. That's like a faint memory in my mind of that advertising.
That is one of those way back things that.
That's just some of these that I'm not reading out loud, but
they're funny enough for you, but
just from. Okay, this one from. I'll read this one, but Big Eddie says, when's it time for overrated, underrated? When it's time for overrated, underrated, feel free to mention the Rittenhouse trial. Awkward, then the Discord awkward thing.
Oh yeah, that's 100% what I want to talk about on the podcast.
Right? Do we need to do another ad yet?
We probably should.
Okay.
I think this one's on me though.
Okay.
So, geez, Tanner, really put me on the spot here.
I know it's a little Johnny on the spot,
which means I got to get my old ad script pulled up.
And kind of last call for questions. If anyone else has any questions, make sure to be getting. I'm just talking to the Discord community, but make sure to get those in over on Instagram. We're gonna filter through our last run of them here soon. But we got a few doozies left up here yet.
It's a really convenient time for my phone to just not work.
I could hit him with one too if we.
Why don't you hit him with one?
I wanted to talk to everyone. That's actually works perfect because I really wanted to talk to everyone about hybrid nutrition.
Oh, good.
If you really want a shredded physique that performs as well as it looks, then combining hybrid training and nutrition is the answer to your prayers for the iron gods. It's like having the best strength and nutrition coaches at your fingertips. You get a personalized roadmap to Shredsville and a dedicated coach by your side when you work with a hybrid nutrition coach. So if you're ready to get seriously strong and seriously shredded, join Team Hybrid today. Visit them at hybridperformancemethod.com. And then, of course, discount code with them. Do you know what that is, Tommy? That's right. It's MASS. And it'll save you an enormous 5% off of the lifetime of your membership there. That applies for your training membership, your nutrition membership, your hybrid coaching app. Damn near anything you do there, use code MASS, 5% off. Thank you, Hybrid.
Sweet. Do you got more for us?
Yes. What is Swim Hack just texted me? He said, don't drop your phone or say Swim Hack. Okay. Okay. So next one. This is from Mikey May Be Me. Big Mikey's been doing his crazy stuff over there. Gaining some good traction.
I saw today he can do backflips too. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's wild.
Yeah.
When is the skateboard deficit Jefferson Deadlift subdivision being officially recognized?
That's a valid question, because for any lift to be legitimate, it has to be subdivided by 1,000 sections, so people know that anyone can get a number one ranking if they want.
For now, we still just are keeping the official.
It is the one. I think we need like 2 or 3 more people to enter that division, and then we know it can be an official one.
That's true. Big Dave in North Dakota, 31 the Dave, says Taco Bell or Taco John's.
See, this one's hard for me, because as a Midwesterner, you do kind of got to lean towards the home team, which is Taco John's. But also,
it's kind of a different.
It is, because Taco Bell, you got to respect the grind of just the crazy things that they're pumping out of that kitchen. It's like, hey, we have 5 ingredients. What else can we do?
Is Taco Bell food? I don't know. Does it taste good? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That is the debate.
Yeah.
Here, you just know that if you're going to go to Taco Bell, it might be a 2-hour experience. It might be a 20-minute experience. My time's pretty valuable to me these days. So my Taco Bell opportunities have been severely limited, because I just can't commit that to fast food.
Big Matt, mostly squat videos. When are you guys going to do another party cast episode? We are considering having another gym party here at some point. I mean, I actually have, not just considering, we want to do it. I just haven't exactly
lined up all the logistics.
Yeah.
But would a party cast exist there? Hard to say. Could it? Yes. Will it?
Realistically, no, we're not going to do that. But the party cast has become a funny thing in Massenomics podcast lore
of kind of like the low spot.
Yeah. Everyone in the Discord, the running jokes is the party cast and the really old episodes that were kind of specifically about CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone's like,
those all kind of sit in the same spot.
Get Fit Gen 24. Big Jen says, if you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would it be and why?
Wow.
That's hard.
God, these are hard questions. I gotta think of like cartoons. Growing up, I loved Dragon Ball Z. That was like my favorite cartoon ever. So I guess I'd probably have to say a Dragon Ball Z character. Just because, like, I don't know, would hanging out with Bugs Bunny be that cool?
For some reason, the Looney Tunes. I'm just like
those were
cycling through the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, like those were cartoons that I enjoyed a lot as a little kid, but I don't know if I want to hang out with.
How about the Animaniacs? How about Pinky and the Brain? That's also kind of Animaniacs. Same thing. SpongeBob SquarePants.
That I could actually see if you were to hang out with SpongeBob and Patrick. That could be kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Because they're so crazy.
Yeah, SpongeBob kind of comes to mind a little bit. Or do you go adult cartoon? You
say
Bart
like South Park.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You go to
Randy Marsh could be fun to hang out with.
Randy Marsh, that's a pretty good, interesting choice.
That would be actually a pretty good choice.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choice.
Or specify the amount of time so I could see
Peter Griffin or
right. Yes.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good options too.
Yeah.
I might lean towards those.
No specific option or no specific choice for us, but at least some options out there. This is also from Big Jen. Would you rather get $5 million, but Massenomics ceases to exist, or keep Massenomics and no money?
$5 million.
First of all, we're taking the $5 million just to be real.
Let's say $5 million is a lot of money, and you
if
could
we had to be
we could just like, all right, the name Massenomics disappears, and we can just make whatever version
that's the
2.0.
That's the old Office Michael Scott Paper Company. He's like, if Michael Scott Paper Company is going to go bankrupt, he's like, that's okay. I have an endless amount of names for paper companies.
Yeah,
I'll start a paper company tomorrow called whatever it is. Like
he doesn't get
we'll start
follows you.
but I suppose that's not the spirit of the real question. That I think the thing is we have to stop doing all the stuff. We would obviously take the money.
Yeah, $5 million is so much money.
Yeah,
like
that's if you lowered that number, if you took like say 10% of that, if the number's 500,000,
then
that's a more questionable thing.
Even there, I don't think I would quit for 500,000. That's
like basically at that point you're asking if someone offers to buy the company from you for that's you can
some
equate
amount
it to
of
that.
money. $5 million's a lot of money though.
Oh yeah, we would do it.
Yeah, that's
like I would be sad, but also very happy.
Like sad in the most accomplished way you can be sad.
Yeah, to me that would just be because I equate it to selling it.
Yeah,
kind of, and then at that point I'm like, yep, that does it. That's goal reached, or that's not that we're looking to do that anyways.
Yeah,
but.
Not that like $5 million is just the most insane amount of money ever, but
it's,
in exchange for Massenomics, that does seem like just a
also
crazy amount of money.
It's a life-altering amount of money.
That is, though. It is. It actually is.
It's not a quit working for the rest of my life amount of money, that sort of thing.
But it's like I have a new perspective on what I have to say yes to.
Yeah. But it would be a bummer not to get to do just to be like, yep,
I know.
and you can't do any Massenomics. Like, no posting on Instagram, no doing the Discord thing.
That's
no
like some of that money
podcasting.
has to get rolled into something on social media that is going to be doing something.
Yeah, that's tough, but couldn't turn down the money. I'll just tell you that. I mean, it wouldn't be easy. I mean, it would be easy to take the money. I would be a little sad, but also very happy. Austin Turner said, let's talk about the varsity jackets. That's about enough on the varsity jackets.
Hey, varsity jackets. There we go.
Yeah. Big Scant says, is it awkward when you get guests on who obviously have never heard the podcast? I'd say it can be at times. There's certain little things that I don't know if awkward. It's just it's more difficult sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
I always thought it was weird, like to think about talk shows and even moving on from talk shows to like podcasts where it's like, oh, maybe these people like don't know about each other. They haven't done the research, but then you start to realize like how many things there are and how you just can't know the backstory on everything.
Right.
So I don't really fault anyone for not knowing us. Like we're the ones approaching people. If like someone had an agent and they were telling them to be on our show and they didn't know anything, that'd maybe be kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
no, we don't expect everyone.
Yeah,
to be,
I don't. The industry is big enough, and we try to go off sort of a broad enough pool that there's definitely people that aren't familiar with us. It is just funny when people probably don't realize how not serious we are about things, and they're not ready for that. That's maybe the funnier ones to me.
Yeah, I think so too. Big Matt asked, do you guys have any tips for growing your hair out?
Mine would be to take care of it, because I definitely went through a stretch where my hair was like breaking off or I don't know, falling out. I don't know. And it didn't grow for a couple of years. And I obviously was not caring for it as much as I should have. And now I take great care of it. And my hair is so damn long. We took pictures today, Tanner. Yeah. And one of the pictures, I'm like, holy, that's how long my hair is? Who is that guy? So, take care of it, I guess.
As a, more recently going through the process, I look at it from the perspective, you're asking the question about like, if someone's going to start growing their hair out, what's the, that's the point I could bring. That's where I could bring in some experiential advice here. And I would just say, you just got to keep going.
Yeah. That's the other one.
Plan on for sure a year.
Yeah.
It's
and you're going to go through,
a year.
Yep. You're going to go through like 4 or 5 awkward stages for sure.
Yeah.
Like you'll get out of one and then a month later, you're going to be into a new one. And don't be like, oh, I've had short hair my whole life. I'm 6 months in, I have long hair. It's like, no, you just look like a guy that hasn't got a haircut. Like, you don't even have long hair a year in. Like, it's just getting longer. Like, you don't really have long hair until you're like 2 years in.
That's right.
I think they say like, doesn't the average person grow like 6 inches of hair a year, something like that?
Well, I think it's like about a half inch a month is kind of what
about 6 inches. So it's like 6 inches isn't long hair. That might be long for you, but in the scheme of things, 6 inches is long hair. Like a foot is just starting to get there. But also,
I would guess mine's about a foot long now.
But even then, like depending on how you did it, like if you even things out, like that can also be weird. So that's like when you're starting to get to the line, and then when you can like comfortably put it up, that's when it's actually starting to be long. Like you don't have to cheat
that is the best phase is when like I is just able to
you don't have to cheat it in like some half bun or a half pony thing. Like when you can actually just put it up, then you're kind of like getting yourself into the long hair club.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to personally decide because I'm not like I don't know how far I've actually made it way past where I ever had really planned on making it to. So at a certain point, I'll have to have some decisions to make. What I don't know about is
you know what they say, Tanner. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
That's true. I mean, in this situation, that also makes sense too, right? Because then you've made a choice for it to keep going. But because at some point in time, I probably want to kind of get like a haircut. But I don't even know what that conversation's like because it's always been like, use a number 2 on the sides, blend it and stuff. I'm like, I don't know, use your scissors and cut a little bit. Am I going to be here for 30 seconds? Or
it's like you kind of even out. You get like the dead stuff off the ends. But I'm also saying this is a guy that hasn't gotten a haircut in many years. So.
Yeah. When was the last time you had any haircut off of your head?
Oh boy. It kind of makes me sound like a gross person if I were to actually say it. It's probably been like 4 years, maybe even more. But my hair's so curly, like you can't really see it.
Right,
and then I can get ones that like my hair's so curly, like when it's down, they kind of all even out. And then every once in a while you get one that I don't know if it gets long enough or what, but it just goes straight. Yeah. And all you can do is just grab that one little strand and go clip, and then everything's even again. So
one thing I don't like about the long hair is just the noticing of the hair. And like when my hair is this long, you don't really notice when it falls out. I'm saying not when it's on your head.
Yes.
When my hair's this long, nobody even cares. Nobody knows. Like it's that tiny little smidge of hair that fell onto something. Now it's like, ugh, what is all this hair? Like, why is there so much hair in my hairbrush? And like what this like hair from when it leaves your head and goes to knot on your head turns so gross.
I know that it is kind of funny how that goes, but it's. Yeah, that is hair.
That's the way it is. Okay. It's enough on hair tips for today, probably. Big Scants. Who's your least favorite guest? We like to stir the pot.
Least favorite. God, I honestly have to pull up a list to really
least favorite.
Like, I don't think we ever had anyone we're like, oh, that was terrible.
No, we've never not like put one out, right?
No, we've never not put one out.
It'd be hard for me to say who my favorite is, too.
Yeah, I would 100% struggle with that.
And
it wouldn't be because someone gave a better or worse interview. Just be like, oh, I had more fun with that person.
Yeah, someone mentioned Evan Cardone as potential least favorite. Quite honestly, from an interview perspective, I didn't leave that one thinking like.
Yeah, I mean, he's
he pleasantly surprised me to a degree of because I almost like imagined the worst maybe, and then. I don't know. He probably surprised me in a good way.
Yeah, there's honestly the toughest ones are just.
Well, it's the people that don't want to talk.
Yeah, the people that aren't very talkative.
That's the hard part.
And some people that's their personality, and we just don't even bother to even approach them.
And there's some that we've gotten on that are big names, and you think, oh, this is going to be awesome, and then all of a sudden it's like, boy, that person doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, and it's not that they're a bad person or anything. It's just some people's personality isn't to be very talkative.
Yeah.
And we've been to a few events, so we've met some people in person too, where hey, they're great, and we love that they support us, but we know that they're not super talkative. And if someone isn't super talkative, it doesn't make sense to have them on a medium that requires talking.
True that.
Yeah, those would be the ones where people don't talk very much.
Yeah.
And you could probably figure that out in a hurry by going back and listening to some.
As we were talking, I was still just racking my brain, trying to think of anyone I could really point to, and I just really honestly can't.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. And there's been a lot.
Well, that's the other thing there's enough people that it's, I'd have to pull up the list and go through to actually arrive at someone.
We've probably interviewed 100 people, so that's tough. Okay. That was actually the last question, Tommy.
Really?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Damn. Well, it is an hour 23. I should read this ad before I forget.
Yeah. Do it to him.
This episode of the Massenomics podcast is also brought to you by SPUD Inc. and the Big Dipper. Welcome to the last dip belt you'll ever need. The SPUD Inc. dip belt is built from comfortable but extremely durable webbing that won't break down no matter how much weight you add. Unlike those other terrible dip belts you might have in your gym, this one is yellow, so it's got that going for it.
That's a start.
Has a SPUD Inc. logo on it, and it's going to be way more comfortable and last longer. So you can check out the SPUD Inc. Big Dipper online at spud-inc-straps.com. I'm done, Tanner.
Okay. We do have an overrated, underrated segment for this episode.
Who's the guest, though?
You are the guest. Yeah.
Put on the spot.
So, do you remember the rules of overrated, underrated?
I kind of do.
You kind of do. Okay. Well, we'll go with that.
Druthers, lines.
You get the gist
Yada,
of it.
yada.
Riding, not riding, etc., etc.
Okay, well, the Druthers bot is going off right now. So,
jeez, holy shit. The Druthers bot just like covered the Discord. Okay. Topic number 1, Tommy. Overrated or underrated? Google Fi.
Is that...
It's the thing if you've watched any YouTube over the last months, it should be the number 1 advertisement that you see every single time.
Well, okay, so YouTube on my desktop, I have ad blockers turned on, so I don't have to catch ads there. But I've not caught... Honestly, my brain goes... when I see ads, it just goes like into blank. Like it's probably the most tranquil state I get in all day is when an ad appears in front of me. But is it like an internet service or what is it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna click on a video. I bet it's gonna come up,
and I'll probably see it and be like, oh, I've seen that 1,000 times.
Oh, see, look, I'm gonna play.
You clicked on a video.
I know every one.
See, I don't think I get that one, but
and their ads are all themed like the same way. So I just want to play for the audio. Is the audio going to play on there?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Roaming fees that rack up overseas.
I've not got this.
Hello, automatic coverage when I'm exploring the world.
No.
Hello, Google Fi, a phone plan that can.
Oh, wow.
So it's a phone plan.
Okay.
That can. I mean, I've seen that so many times. Like it comes on and maybe it's like targeting me on that.
It must be because I've never seen that. I don't know. I guess my take would be Google already collects way too much data about everything I do. I don't want them to have my phone plan too. Not that really probably stops them because they guess they get to see every single search I make. So I don't know. I'm going to say overrated.
Yeah. I think that's pretty fair, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Overrated or underrated? There's been some talk about this sweatpants.
Okay.
And we'll even say, how about gray sweatpants? Because that seems to kind of be a thing too. So gray sweatpants.
And when we say sweatpants, do we mean like loose fitting, like with the jogger cuff on the bottom, or loose on the bottom?
No jogger cuff.
So like straight up old school.
Yeah.
Well,
it's also funny still. I know I've mentioned this before, but like when I was very young, sweatpants had a cuff on the bottom. It wasn't necessarily the jog. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was like
cuff,
the thin elastic one.
Yeah,
that
went away.
Well, that's kind of in style again now too, though.
But like when I was like, that was funny if people wore that. You're like, oh, what are you wearing? Your dad's sweatpants, or you know?
Yeah, I remember in high school if you had a pair of pants that had that, you just take the scissors and go snip, and then you wouldn't have that tight band on the bottom, so it'd be loose. But loose gray sweatpants. I mean, I'm gonna say they're probably overrated. I don't think there's enough people that are like, oh, gray sweatpants don't get enough love out there. Maybe some people think that, but I'm gonna say gray sweatpants are overrated.
Okay. Next one, overrated or underrated? Black Friday.
Black Friday. Well,
come from a tricky perspective on that.
I am coming from, I'd say I have a conflict of interest here because for the most part, anyone else asking me, I'd say Black Friday is so overrated.
Yeah.
Now it's turned into a thing where most of the deals aren't even deals. If people are offering deals, they're not even deals. If things are deals, you got to look because a lot of like TVs and shit like that, they're selling versions of it that are Black Friday only versions. That's why they're so cheap, because they strip out all these features and then they're like, here, look at this cheap TV. It's like, this TV only exists in your product catalog for 1 month of the entire year.
Yeah.
So it's all just kind of like psychology tricks and dumb marketing things.
Right.
So in that respect, I would say it's totally overrated, but Massenomics isn't those companies. We come at it from a place of honesty and straight shooting, 25-cent discounts, free stickers, free koozies.
40% off 14
40% off 14 T. Wouldn't even mark those up before we marked them down. That's just the price.
Yeah.
And a lot
You're
of
not
new
riding the line though, are you?
and a lot of new stuff. So I'm going to say Black Friday's underrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
No ride.
No
line
lines.
riding.
Nope. I know the rules.
Okay. Oh, what was the last one going to be? I had it. Oh, okay. This one's tough. And you're familiar with the concept that the fourth one's typically the last one. And
This
also
is for all the marbles.
It's all the marbles.
It's for the cool
Okay.
beans.
Yeah, it's for all the marbles. Your performance of the whole show is determined.
Yeah, we'll delete this.
yeah.
We will delete this right
Okay.
now if this
So,
doesn't go right.
overrated or underrated, the drink spotter.
Oh, the drink spotter is so underrated. And my opinion doesn't even matter here because many, many, many other people have voted with their wallets on this one.
Yeah.
And actually, online, the response has been pretty overwhelming too.
By the time this comes out, I think the drink spotter will be sold out. Is
There's
my
a
prediction.
very good chance
By the time Monday comes,
that I would be absolutely shocked if the 5A size is not gone on Monday.
yeah, if not both of them.
And if there's any left, it's going to be a few of the 1 inch, but there's a good chance there'll be 0 left. So
yeah, we are working on more.
we
I
are.
think it's in the works, hopefully. So, get on the list if you don't hop in this first. You don't make it into this first batch. We are working on more, but I think they're going to be sold out soon.
Very, very likely.
Tommy, great news.
Did I really?
You passed.
Cool beans. Cool beans.
Wow. Because I'm my own guy. I get to give
Three
an extra,
cool beans?
an extra serving. I'm extra hungry this Thanksgiving weekend.
Double the double.
Yeah.
You got a double.
It's really funny. My family, we're in the podcast room. This is also where I work all day. This is my office. So this box is basically where I live.
Yeah.
And occasionally my family, my wife and my son, like to come down and see what I'm up to during the day. And for a 1.5-year-old, this podcast board is one of the most
great.
exciting
It's like
things.
a perfect toy.
It's full of tons of dials and buttons.
And it certainly looks like something maybe a kid shouldn't play with. So they for sure are going to want to do it.
There's cords coming out of it. So it's serious. And
my wife. Forgot about that.
The other day they had the headphones on and they were listening. And my wife said, "Why do you have the elevator noise on here?" I said, "Elevator noise?" She said, "Yeah, that one." I'm like, "No, that's a plane."
Yeah, that is for sure a plane noise.
And she said, "Well, why is that?" And I go, "Because one time we talked about being at 10,000 feet and we haven't removed it since." And I could tell she didn't want to ask any more questions.
Yeah,
and the conversation ended there.
That was enough.
My wife.
Always good we get a couple my wives in per episode.
I thought maybe we'd go a whole episode, but no.
Not this time.
I had to bring it up.
Do we have any recommendations for our listeners of what they need to be doing? I think we kind of talked about all the new stuff that we'd love them to buy.
Okay, here's the order of importance. Yeah. 1, Massenomics. Go buy some stuff this Black Friday.
Cyber Monday.
Tanner and I's livelihoods depend on it.
Essentially.
So that's priority number 1.
Our kids get Christmas presents writing on this.
Priority number 2 is go to massenomics.com/join, become a member, and you can be in on the Discord. And actually, you got to hear this entire episode live. So most people had a benefit going on there. Priority number 3 would be going to Apple Podcasts and leaving us a review. Because we're that's running now. If someone wants to hit the count for us, I think we're up to someone hit that review counter for us.
I think we're up to maybe 386. Let's get a live count and
386 5-star reviews.
Through 386 5-star reviews. That's making a run this week. I think it's going to run to the 390s before we know it here. I can feel momentum. It's like, what's that word? It's palpable. Is that like, it's like you can feel it in the air almost that there's like moment. It's just building on this reviews.
It is.
I think we're going to be in the 390s real soon. And I think it's just going to cruise to 400. We're going to pop that count up one day and it's going to be 400.
And we all know what happens when we get to 400. We don't even need to say it. We just know what happens.
Things are going to be big. So yeah, seriously, leave us a 5-star review. We just need a few more here to hit 400, and we do something fun every time we hit the number. So
at our expense.
But please go leave us that review. You know, steal your wife's phone, leave a review.
Your kid's
just steal
phone.
your neighbor's. Just steal
Your
phones.
neighbor's phone.
Steal phones. Leave a review. Then sell them. We don't care what you do after after you've left the review. Just get the review left.
So that was number 3 in the importance line. Number 4, I guess, tell someone about the podcast.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Yeah, get
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. Get some more listeners. And 5, I think this one kind of goes without saying. That's why it's number 5. Is make sure you follow us on Instagram. Right
there, you go. I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
We hit them with all the ads. Tommy, where do they find you on Instagram?
You can find me at Tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Baird. But please, just like Tommy said, make sure to follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See ya.